Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media.
No matter who you are, no matter the age, no matter the race, no matter what the circumstances entail. We do not subscribe to any type of sexual assault of any kind. I think what's tough about this is that when you talk about the individual Shannon Sharpe, and this has been a person to me.
Shannon Sharpe, a man who has earned the respect and admiration of millions, now finds himself embroiled in one of the most significant controversies of his career. From being a Hall of Fame NFL tight end to dominating in the media world, Sharpe built a reputation as a confident, bold personality. But on April 2025, everything changed. Allegations that no one could have predicted surfaced, and a shocking leaked video quickly followed. The man who once inspired millions with his strength, wisdom, and charisma is now at the center of a scandal that could potentially unravel everything he's worked for. What's the truth behind these explosive claims? And more importantly, who's standing by him and who's publicly calling him out? Today, we take a deep dive into the story, separating the facts from the public perception, and hear what the celebrities and the public have to say. In April 2025, Shannon Sharpe was hit with a bombshell. A 21-year-old woman filed a $50 million lawsuit against the sports personality, accusing him of rape, threats, and abuse. As if that wasn't enough, rumors quickly circulated that a video existed containing evidence that could either exonerate or destroy Sharpe. The woman claims that Sharpe not only assaulted her, but also subjected her to serious threats, resulting in a lawsuit that seeks a significant financial payout. As news of the lawsuit spread like wildfire, many wondered, how did this come to light now? Was this simply a case of someone trying to take advantage of Sharpe's fame, or was there more to the story than meets the eye? And what role does the alleged video play in all of this?
Not us. So I don't really know what to make of that. If Sharpe seems the only one speaking about this video and Busby isn't.
I think what you can glean from it is that this was a centerpiece of the negotiation before the lawsuit was filed.
Right.
I mean, I think that's the one thing that's clear, right?
Yes, for sure. And it still remains at the center because it certainly sounds like, regardless of how Shannon describes it or the accuser describes it, for Shannon Sharpe and his career, it's probably not advantageous for it to come out.
Right.
Essence from Atlanta, him refusing to look at the evidence just gives me the impression that he wants plausible deniability, and maybe the evidence should be released so that way he does not deny his actions. I mean, if that was me, I would definitely want to look at the evidence to see what I did and did not do so I can maintain my innocence.
I have a feeling, well, actually, I don't know whether he actually saw it or not. He's certainly aware of it.
Yeah.
But it's not unclear to me. Did he see the whole thing through Busby?
Busby says he did not see it. They offered to show it to him and that he didn't want to see it. But Shannon knows.
He knows what's on it because he was involved in it.
He was there and he knows when it was recorded.
But he also may have seen it previously.
Amid the storm, one voice that stood out in defense of Shannon Sharpe was NFL superstar Cam Newton. Newton, who has long admired Sharpe both as an athlete and as a media figure, spoke candidly on his podcast. He admitted that, like many others, he was shocked by the accusations, but he also expressed his belief in Sharpe's character. Newton spoke about his personal relationship with Sharpe, describing him as a mentor and someone he could always turn to for advice. As he weighed in on the situation, Newton emphasized the importance of letting the facts unfold, warning against rushing to judgment. For Newton, this wasn't about blindly defending a friend, but about urging people to let the truth come out, before making assumptions. Newton also took the time to stress that while the accusations were serious, public opinion shouldn't be swayed by media reports alone. It's a case of facts versus perception, and Newton wanted to ensure that no one was prematurely vilified. However, not everyone is convinced by Newton's defense. Some critics have pointed to a troubling pattern of behavior, including allegations made in the past against Sharpe. One incident that has resurfaced involved a production assistant at FS1 back in 2018 who accused Sharpe of strangling her during an argument. According to reports from that time, the situation was hushed up, but whispers continued in the media world, with many claiming that the incident was swept under the rug. Now, with the current allegations coming to light, some are questioning if Sharpe has been able to maintain a spotless image, despite what could be a pattern of misconduct. These critics argue that the current accusations could be just the tip of the iceberg, with previous allegations proving that Sharpe's off-screen persona might be far different from the one he projects in the media. The critics question whether this scandal is a long time coming.
That claim Shannon Sharpe strangled her inside the Fox Sports studios, not the actual show studios, but in the building, the work area. And eventually, I think they moved this woman away from that show and gave her a different job. But everybody at FS1 knew this story. Front Office Sports, and so this had to be 2018, 2019. Everybody talking about this story. Front Office Sports is reporting that Fox Sports and Shannon Sharpe reached a financial settlement with this young woman. Similar claims as the current woman. There's a pattern here. And so when you're looking at Shannon Sharpe and what's going on with he and ESPN and why he's trying to negotiate his way out, he doesn't want to quit. He wants ESPN to have to fire him without cause so that he can get some of that money that ESPN owes him. I imagine they probably signed him to a pretty substantial contract, maybe in the $4 or $5 million range. Who knows? I don't know, per year. And who knows? Maybe it's more than that, because he had great impact on First Take's television ratings, but he was only on there like twice a week. But regardless, Shannon Sharpe wants that money, because if he's going to survive, even in the podcast space, he's going to have to reach a bunch more settlements with potential accusers. What is Tony Busby, the lawyer that represents the woman with the $50 million lawsuit? What's his pattern as it relates to Deshaun Watson, Diddy? He kicks up enough dust and enough controversy that other accusers come out of the woodwork, and they all want settlements. They all want to join the lawsuit. And so Shannon Sharpe needs as much money, cash, as he can get, because he's got some settlements that he needs to put in place so that he can eventually quiet down all the conversation about him and make sure all of his accusers are financially satisfied, so he can then go back to pretending like, oh, it's all a lie and rumor. I'm being extorted here. I did nothing wrong.
As the legal battles continue, Shannon Sharpe's legacy is at stake. With mounting legal battles, divided public opinion, and the weight of his past actions, Sharpe's future is uncertain. Will he be exonerated, or will this scandal define the rest of his career? Whatever the outcome, the coming months will be pivotal for Sharpe and for everyone connected to this story. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to monitor the unfolding drama of Shannon Sharpe's career.